What's up, guitar nerds? Welcome back to the lab. My name is Cameron, and if you don't know me, I've been playing guitar for decades. I have toured all over this country. You can hear my work on video games, multiple albums, and TV shows, and now I own this guitar lab where I do guitar things. So today's episode is going to be a quick two-part kind of thing. First, we just got back from NAMM a couple weeks ago, and I want to go over all the interesting things I saw at the show. Not necessarily new releases or announcements or any of the other news that you've already seen, but stuff I ran into at the show that I think you're going to think is cool. I will not be just regurgitating all of the NAMM announcements and news because I think that you think that's boring. And the second part of the show is about weird fuzz tones. So recently I was working on a reamping project where I needed to find interesting fuzz tones. And after going through kind of countless pedals looking for the sound I was looking for and not finding it, somehow I landed on this little Fender Mini Deluxe, the MD-20, and I kind of turned this into a pedal. Now while I was playing with it, I went ahead and captured this. So there's some full amp captures, and then I captured it also as a pedal because this is super cool as a weird fuzz pedal. You'll be able to find this amp pack on our Patreon, and that's another thing we need to talk about. Our Patreon is where you join the Harmonic Order. The Harmonic Order is a group of guitar players and creators, and we just love exploring and finding sounds and interesting things about guitar and guitar technology, and we want you to join. Now there's 3 ways to join the Harmonic Order, and that is first, the free tier. You can join and become a member for absolutely free. No money out of your pocket, and you'll still get some freebies every month and be a part of the community and be involved in the things we're doing in the Harmonic Order. The second is at $5 a month, where you get access to even more amp captures and plugins and cool stuff like that, and access to a private Discord channel. And then finally, there's the High Council of the Harmonic Order, and that's where you get free lifetime access to every amp pack we make, every plugin we ever make, everything we ever do. If you're a member of the High Council, you get it for free. Now, besides all the cool free stuff you get when you become a member, it's also important to this channel. It really helps us keep creating content that you like. So take just a minute and visit the link in the description and become a member of the Harmonic Order. Also, take this time to like and subscribe to this channel. Yeah, now. So anyway, if you're a member of the Harmonic Order, there are some number of captures of this little MD-20 available for free this week. So go over to the Patreon and download your free amp profiles. And don't be fooled, this thing is cool. Now I have to give a giant thanks to Mrs. Stevenson because this is actually her amp and she just lent it to me. Last thing about the Mini-Me, and I promise we'll move on, is that we're doing a little competition in the Harmonic Order. So free member, paid member, it doesn't matter. Get your amp captures and create something with them, anything. Whatever moves you creatively, whatever these noises make you want to create it, and then share it with us on the Discord channel. There's a link to the Discord channel in this chat. And then we'll all vote and see who made the coolest thing out of the ridiculous little Mini-Me amp profiles, and whoever the winner is, I'm going to buy you an MD-20. You can't have this one. This is Mrs. Stevenson. I'm going to have to buy you one. So first up, I'm going to walk you through some NAMM stuff. We're just going to look at some cool things and talk about them. And then at the very end of this, I'm going to actually go over how I profiled the MD-20 and just show you the setup and where those sounds came from. So let's get to it. So to me, the most exciting things at NAMM weren't the big news announcements, not the big releases or anything like that. For example, Marshall released a bunch of new pedals. The the overdrive series that emulate the overdrives of many of their popular amplifiers from the past. And I'm sure they sound great. I didn't even try one. I'm sure they sound good. They're like $150, so good price point, I guess. But I mean, that's boring to me. You know, people have already done this. And then they announced the release of their own modded versions of their old amplifiers. Like, welcome to the 90s. You know, Marshall needs to really start to innovate and do something different. They've had decades to impress us with something new, and they've really failed to do it. Releasing pedals based off of your old amp circuits that people have been building pedals to emulate for decades now, that's old news. I don't care if it says Marshall on it. Building modded versions of your old amplifiers that people have already been modding since the freaking 80s? Come on, guys. Let's get something new from Marshall. So anyway, those kinds of things we're going to skip over, and I'm just going to quickly run over a few things that I did find interesting and notable. And these might not be new things. They could even be things you already knew about, but they're new to me, and I think they're cool. So let's look at them real quick. Number one on our list, we're going to start with guitars, and this is the Shark guitar. Now, these aren't new, you know, but they are cool, and I've only ever been vaguely aware of them, so I thought we would show them to you and talk about them. These are a very modular guitar. You know, the necks detach and go back on perfectly in tune, so you can have multiple necks that you take with you, and they just detach super quick, you know, and the nut unlocks, and then you just put a new neck on and put the strings back on in all one quick motion. It's really, really, really cool. And they're cool looking guitars. They play great. Like they really felt like a great playing guitar. I liked them. I'm very seriously considering getting one of these. The other awesome thing is each pickup is a modular pickup. You just push that button, the pickup pops right out, and you can pop another pickup in there. No soldering, no wiring anything up. You just already have these modules ready with your pickups on them. You slide that one out, you slide a new one in. And when you're doing that, you've got all these dip switches right down here so that you can change the capacitors and resistors on your pots. It's just super cool. And then even more cool is they have these built-in effects cards. So you can choose different overdrives or phasers or whatever, and you just pop them right in here into the back of the guitar, and they pop in and out super fast, very modular, these Shark effects cards and these pickup modules. These things swap in and out super easy. And then you can just totally customize this guitar on the fly with no tools. And they play great and they look cool. Their bridges, oh man, these tremolos were phenomenal. Really great tremolos. So, sharkguitars.com. Everything we look at, I'll put the web address in the description so you can go check it out. So moving on and sticking with guitars, in the same vein as the Shark guitar, we have Oz Guitar Works. Now this guy was super cool. I sat and played one of these and chatted with him for quite some time at his booth. And these are another little modular, like kind of studio guitar. Interchangeable pickup module, so you swap pickups in and out, super easy. Same thing with necks, you can get different necks. Now this guitar looks a little bit weird, but I'm telling you, this was an incredibly comfortable guitar to play, and they sounded great. I mean, I played it forever. They're super lightweight, the neck feels amazing, like they just feel really good in your hands, and then you can swap in and out any pickups you want. These pickup modules, you can see here, they just pop in and out, you know. Tools not really required. These ones do screw in so they stay there, but you don't even have to have the screws in there. Just plug right in and stay. Very cool stuff. So definitely go check out Oz Guitars. I think we'll be getting one of these in the studio here pretty soon, and we'll do a really in-depth review on it, and I'll show you all about it and give you some final thoughts. But initial impressions, very cool guitars. Then moving on back into traditional guitar world, I had never heard of Fellows guitars. NAMM 2025 was my first introduction to Fellows guitars, and I loved them. I think they look great, they played great, and the guy was just super friendly, knowledgeable guy. I love the look of these Elite Series guitars, and I think this will be the next guitar I order is one of these F3 Elites. I was really impressed. They're gorgeous. I love offsets, and this just felt amazing. Really well-built guitars. Next up, a Japanese company, Upeg. These guys are making kind of vintage-inspired guitars. They are very well built. They played amazing. They look even better. And I can't buy every guitar in the world, but I think I'm going to need to get me one of these too. I'm going to get this one in pink for sure. But these, Japanese craftsmanship, these are really good playing guitars. I had never heard of them. So go check out Upeg, and if you can find a local dealer or something, definitely go play one. You'll be happy you did. Very cool guitars. Then let's move into the guitar effects. If you're not already familiar with Chaos Audio, you should be. They are making the Chaos Stratus pedal, and this is a guitar pedal that essentially loads plugins. So you can put whatever guitar effects plugins you want into one pedal and save your settings and swap between presets. Very slick, compact, lightweight, great sounding stuff. So check them out. They've got an integrated store. So I actually have one of these here. You can see the Chaos Stratus, and we will do a really in-depth review on the Chaos Stratus really soon. Also, big news from us with Chaos coming up soon. So stay tuned for that too. Go check out the Chaos Stratus. If you haven't heard of them, well worth your investigation. And I'll tell you right now, they sold out of pedals. And right now, the second production run is going, and you're able to go reserve a pedal to make sure you can get one. And I actually think the reservations are coming close to running out as well. So if you're interested in the Stratus, get over to chaosaudio.com, tell them Six String Labs sent you, and reserve that Chaos pedal. Next, big news. I am such a nerd because I am so excited about, genuinely excited about this. Radial has released their new stereo isolators, the Highline. They have a mono and a stereo version of the Highline. So if you're planning to use your Tonex pedal live or your Nano Cortex live, you need one of these. You need a stereo isolator box to go from your Tonex and then from this Highline stereo isolator box out to front of house. So this goes from your Tonex into the Highline, then from your Highline out to the mixer. Great for recording and stuff too. Now, there are other people that make these. One notable one, in my opinion, is the Walrus Audio Canvas. They have a stereo line isolator in the Canvas, also an excellent product. The Canvas has been out for a while. Radial just announced these at NAMM, and I can't wait to get my hands on one. In fact, we're going to do a thing with Radial. They're going to send us a few things here in the very near future. So you'll be seeing some of their products pop up for review. And we'll be including a bunch of their stuff in our reamp box test video that's coming up real soon as well. So they're going to be sending a few things for us to check out. And I already own a ton of Radial stuff, reamp boxes. I've got the JCR, I've got the Pro RMP. So great stuff, highly recommended. Very excited about this Highline. Also, the thing that is most exciting about this to me, about the Highline, is that you get radio quality, but also Jensen transformer. So if you're not familiar with Jensen transformers, they're just great sounding transformers. And Jensen transformers are owned by Radial now, so they're putting Jensen transformers in everything. So very cool box. Excited to get my hands on one. Next up, we have good old Digitech /DOD. This is a local company to me. I love these guys. I love everything they make. Great dudes. This new hammer-on pedal that they released is so freaking fun, man. Go check this out. Watch the videos. Basically a pitch shifting thing using those momentary switches. Just so fun to play. So go to digitech.com, check this out, watch the videos, go try one in person. I'm sure your local guitar store has one, Guitar Center, somebody's got it. Go play one of these. You're going to want it. It's very fun. Next up, smaller company, Caroline Guitar Company, out of South Carolina. Now, they are making a bunch of different pedals. The one that caught my ear is this Wave Cannon. This thing is sick. I want one of these. In fact, I am going to order one as soon as I'm done filming this. Broken, overly saturated, analog solid state signal thing. So like if you took the JHS color box and cranked it to its super high settings, that's what this does, but differently and more cool, actually. I love this. I'm going to get one, and I'll show it to you as soon as I get it. If you haven't heard of them or seen them, go to Caroline Guitar Company, check it out, see if you can find some videos on these until I get mine made, and I think you'll love it as well, so go check them out. Now we'll kind of move into accessories. Geldo. This is a German company building guitar hardware. They released this new single bender and double bender trims. And these, I mean, I sat and played with a bunch of their trims. This is quality stuff, man. So if you're into building guitars or if you want a bender, definitely go check these guys out. They also released a Bigsby type trim, I thought. Well, maybe not a new one, but they do have, oh yeah, see, they've got tons of different trims and just guitar hardware, and it's just really, really quality stuff. I was just super stoked about this double bender, so I wanted to show it to you guys. I'm going to get one. Next up, Janisek picks. If you like super grippy picks, these are the grippiest I've felt. I've got one right here somewhere, right there. So these are great grippy picks. I don't always like a grippy pick, but when I do, I do. And these are extra grippy. So if you're into the grippy picks, check them out. JanisekPicks.com, which seems to be broken right now, so I couldn't show it to you, but I'll put the link to their website down below. I think they're just having some technical difficulties, so go check them out. Now let's move into guitar recording stuff. We love to play guitar, but even more, we love to record ourselves playing guitar, right? So that's this category. This is another local company to me, Samar, and these guys are kind of renowned for their ribbon mics. They make great mics, period. They're all US made. They're made right here in Salt Lake City, and they're phenomenal. They're all great sounding mics. The newest mic they've got, this AL95, is completely handmade in the United States. Great sounding ribbon. The motors are special. They're really cool. And these things are less than $400 for a great US built ribbon. Dr. Foman is a really nice guy, knows what he's talking about, and these guys make great microphones. So if you're into the guitar recording stuff, you don't have the ribbon end of your recording gear covered yet, and you're looking for something, I would highly recommend you check out Samar. Not even necessarily the AL95. This is their most budget option, but trust me, when I say budget, less than $400, this thing sounds like $1,000 ribbon mic, right? These are amazing mics. So go check these guys out. Next up, Cagliardi. I can't remember how to say it. These guys are completely new to me, but they're basically making, preamps and other 500 series modules and these DIs. I mean, the preamp sounded great and the compressor, cool stuff. But what caught my eye, the reason I walked over there, is they had a reamp box. It looked just like this DI box, but it was a reamp box specifically for reamping. And I want to try and get one of those in here for our reamp box test. That video, I know I keep talking about this huge reamp box shootout that's coming up. It's all but done. I just keep finding more boxes we need to add to it. So it's going to come up soon. I do want to see, I got to wait for some stuff from Radial, and then I want to see if I can get one of the reamp boxes from Cagliardi. So go check these guys out. Really, really nice stuff. All of their gear felt very good and sounded great. Next up, UK-based company Z&H Designs. Now, these guys are, mic preamps, EQs, compressors, that kind of thing. You can see here they've got these EQ 500 series modules, but what caught my eye and the reason I walked over, let's see, I thought I found a picture here somewhere. Aha, yes, right here. You can see right those three preamp looking 500 series modules right there, those different colors. The V12 looks like what it's called. It's not on their website yet, it's new, but it's basically their API preamp. So Very excited about that. I'm going to try and get one of these in here, and we'll see how it does on guitar, because that's what we care about. How does it sound on guitar? And I love API stuff on aggressive guitar. So I'm going to try and get one of these in here and let you guys know if it's thumbs up or thumbs down. Next up, Wolf Audio. You might recognize that name because they make the 2D 500 series preamp, which is the clone of the Sunset Sound API console. Those are great preamps. But the reason that I wanted to talk about these guys is this Pro Patch. I was unaware that this existed, and there are a couple other software controlled patch bays out there, but this one is awesome. If you need a patch bay, and if you're like me and you don't actually want to be patching a bunch of freaking cables together, this will let you do your patching just through a little software interface where you can route everything through software. You don't have to go messing around with cables or anything. And then it's just, the DB25 connectors on the back. So super clean setup and slick, man. These are cool. Check out Wolf Audio. Now, last but not least, I want to talk about a few pieces of guitar software. We'll wrap it up with that. First, the Octave HS1. This right here is basically a Windows computer / tablet built into an audio interface line like this. You can use this live. Basically, you can load up and run any guitar VST you want right here on this tablet and use this box as your recording interface. You can use it live, go to front of house with it. It's just a very versatile, awesome kind of idea. I think we'll see lots more stuff like this coming out as time goes on, but this was really cool. And I'm going to be trying to get one of these in here to do an in-depth review on these. I played with it for a while at NAMM, and I was impressed, and I really want to dive in deep and show you guys what it's all about. So go check out Octave and their HS1. Very notable, worth talking about. And last but not least, Artera DSP. They have their new GigFast Lite software. This is available for Mac, Windows, iOS, and Android, I believe. And this is a NAMM player. So you can basically load up NAMM profiles on your iPhone. So you'd use that live or just sitting around practicing. Your phone goes with you everywhere. Well, now so does your NAMM player. It goes everywhere you go. Very cool. It comes with, and they've been doing some NAMM parametric profiles, some parametric models, which is where they model the entire amp, right? So the gain knob works like the gain knob on the amp they modeled. The bass knob works like the bass knob on the amp they modeled, so on and so forth. So it is a real direct, full clone of an amplifier. And for the few minutes I was able to play around with this, it sounded awesome, man. So if you're into NAMM stuff and you're looking for the latest, greatest player, GigFast seems really cool. One potential downfall that you may or may not like is it is a subscription only type of system. They have a free trial, so definitely go check it out and try it out and decide if it's worth it to you to have that subscription. I'm going to do an in-depth review and show this off to you guys here in the coming weeks and try to help you decide if it's something you're interested in. But nonetheless, it's super cool. And that about wraps it up for the things I saw at NAMM that I thought I wanted to tell you guys about. Of course, it's a huge show. There was tons there, lots of cool things. These are just the things that caught my eye that I thought we should definitely talk about. So like I was saying in the beginning, and obviously the intro song, was working on a project, a reamping project, where I was really looking for some unique and different fuzz sounds. But in the search for that elusive fuzz tone, somehow I ended up using Mrs. Stevenson's little Fender Mini Deluxe and wiring it up as a pedal, and it ended up being super cool. So I went ahead and made some captures, full amp captures out of this little box. They sound pretty fun, as well as I wired this up and captured it as a pedal. So if you have a Tonex, if you have a Quad Cortex, if you have a Kemper, if you use NAMM, and if you're not using NAMM, you don't have a modeler, go download NAMM or Tonocracy. Tonocracy is cool because you can run a whole chain and it runs NAMM profiles. Go get NAMM and start playing with all this stuff. It's really fun. So I made these captures for Tonex, Kemper, Headrush, Quad Cortex, and Neural Amp Modeler. So should have you covered. Whichever one of those you use, there are free captures if you go join the Harmonic Order, and I want to see you make some cool music with it. Please come win the Fender MD-20. But real quick, let me just show you the captures so you know what's there, and then you can head over there and get them. So what we did, of course, the very beginning part was actually the little Mini Deluxe mic'd up with a custom condenser mic that I built, and that was it. Just amp straight into the Mini Deluxe. For the other parts, the other rhythm part, we were using just the Mini Deluxe with I think the drive settings are about there for that thicker part that we were able to get, and that's cool sound. And then of course the solo is the guitar straight into the micro synth, out of the micro synth into the Mini Deluxe. In this case, we're really just using the Mini Deluxe as a pedal. So we come out of the headphone jack of the Mini Deluxe into a reamp box just to get things back into instrument level land, and then we just went into this clean channel of this big Bad Cat amplifier, and that's about it. So pretty good times. By the way, I love these Rockstock flat patch cables. Man, for the price, I don't think you can beat them. And no, they did not give me those or ask me to say that. I purchased those. I dig them. All right, so let me show you these captures of that Fender Mini Deluxe real quick. First, I'm going to go over the pedal captures. There's 3 pedal captures. I'm just going to demo these to you using Amplitube here. We've got 3 versions of the capture as a fuzz pedal, essentially. And so we're just going to drag them in front of this stock, looks like some kind of Marshall model. But let's check these out. First one, just a thick, nice, thick, fuzzy sound you can use as a pedal. And that's the second one. So a little less gain, still nice and thick and fuzzy. And then the third stomp, much more mellow, almost overdrivey kind of stomp. Just kind of raspy and gnarly, very cool. I mic'd up the Mini Deluxe and we made some amp captures. The first 2 are clean, then drive, and then a full-on fuzz. So let's check out those cleans. First of all, so very clean, still just kind of a cool clean sound. Here's a more mid-rangey clean sound, I think. So very clean. Then we get into some more of the drive type tone. That's just, I think that's such a cool sound. Like, I can't wait to see what you guys do with these. So fun. And to me, it was kind of inspiring, just the odd different noises and the silliness of it, of course, I'm sure. But it's just super cool to be able to have these to play with. And here's the highest gain setting. So there's the super gain setting. So 3 pedal captures, 4 full amp captures, and I'm really excited to see what you guys do with these. Again, there is a competition. Go join the Harmonic Order. It's free. Download whatever captures you have access to, and make a song. And whoever comes up with the zaniest, the coolest idea, the coolest recording, it doesn't even have to be guitar. I mean, reamp your voice through the thing and sing a cappella. It doesn't really matter. Reamp your keyboard through it. Any cool thing you come up with. I just want to find some. I just want to find some really cool things and see that the little mini app captures that I'm giving you for free inspired some kind of creativity in you. So enter the competition, whoever the winner is, and this will be democratic. We'll all vote on who the winner is. I'm going to buy you an MD-20, and I'll probably throw in like a free t-shirt or a hat or something with that. So come enter the competition. It's all for good fun. Come join our community. This is a very positive, reinforcing community of people just like you, and we all just want to work together and come up with cool, awesome guitar ideas. All right, guys, that wraps it up for today. Go join the Harmonic Order, even if it's just the free tier. Get involved in the community, get your free stuff, make some cool music. Definitely want everyone out there creating. Make sure you check out Chaos Audio. Like I said, we've got stuff coming up with these guys. You're going to want one of these. As always, like and subscribe and come back, because next week is a really fun episode. More Fuzz stuff going on too, so I think you're really going to dig that.